Okay, so I rebooted, started all this shit all over again, and hopefully it's working. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Hello? Is it working? I paid my phone bill. What the hell? Freedom. Love making sure shit works. You want a show? Freedom Religion Network. How many times am I going to try this? Live. How many times am I going to try this? Oh, it's working. See? Hello? Live. It's working. It's alive. It's alive. My name is Dr. Frankenstein this time. Okay. All right. Hello. All right. Forget all the music. Forget all the shit. I'm tired of it. It worked, right? How rude. Okay. Welcome to another exciting episode of the original Red Pill Show. Today is Van Halen Friday. August. Fuck. I'm so fucked up with my time. I'm shocked to know what day it is. Need to change the images. I know. How? I'm trying. I am not Liberty Librarian, damn it. How do you do this? I feel like I've never done this before. Do at least technical wise. Camera, Logitech, that's fine. General, whatever. Audio, ain't touching that because that's working. Green screen. How about no? How about none? Let me just try that one. Boom, 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 boom. Guess I don't really care about that. Why can't I see what I want to see? La, 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 la. Oh, Mel, you gonna get in there and fix it for me? Because I don't know what I'm doing. La, 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 la. I'm not Liberty Librarian, god damn it.
What an asshole Tim is. Mm-hmm. And I hope you listen to my show, although all the advertisements are on everybody else's show but mine.
Never met her in my life. I'm sure she's sweet as can be. I'm just killing time here because I can't work it. Should I add you to Streammo? I just did. How do I do this? Help.
Help me, please.
Good to see me. Can you really see me? Because nothing's working. Hello. Solo layout. I don't know what that means. La 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 la. While Mel's trying to get in here and fix my fuck ups. Good to see you. And I'm doing it while I'm attempting to do it. How come you can't see me? Son of a bitch, what's this? There I am. Thank you. Who's the fucking duck? The Red Pill Show. And I could put a single, right? There I am. How come Liberty Light? You know what? I don't care. You can see me. All right. Good enough. I know. No, now I can only hear you. Okay, but you can hear me, right? Fuck. I mean, I just said all this stuff. I'll get all into this shit. Anyway, welcome to another exciting, hopefully fucked up episode of the original Red Pill. Yay. Okay. Show's over. I'm done. Today is August what? Fuck, I said that again. September 18th, 2020. This show is for entertainment. Educational purposes only. Please use at your own risk. The show is copyrighted by me and Freedom Revolution Network. No part of it can be reused, rebroadcasted in any way, shape, or form without our written consent, or you shall die. Or you can just ask. Finally, this show is opinionated. The host, especially when he shows up, callers 815-290-0912. Chat room, guests, whatever, are and always will be opinionated. In no circumstances whatsoever should opinions be taken as advice. If you're seeking professional advice, we strongly encourage you to hire a licensed, if required, person in his or her field there, little Tommy. Hi, man. Hey, man. No, that's his name. Broadcasting live from an undisclosed location. I'm multitasking. But I can tell you where it's not. It's not in Colorado. Colorado. It's somewhere in the Midwest. And you'll have to kill me and touch me before I ever tell you where I am. It's really none of your fucking business. Yet. All right. Where is the phone? Google Voice. There you are. Okay, hopefully this works. 815-290-0912. Let's try it. See what happens. Hello? Yes, it does. Hello? Hello? You know, you can never do a show and not do anything. Fucked up. I quit. I don't watch it. Technical difficulty. I need an engineer, please. Okay. So that works. All right. So I'm back to SteamYards. Everything's still working? Blah, la, la, la. As long as you're happy. What's all this shit on here now? Cool. The original Red Pill show. Live with SteamYard with a duck. SteamYard live. That's kind of cool. Okay. All right. Mel got out of here. So, okay. Thank you, Mel. I really appreciate it. All right. So what's going on? What's happening? I don't know. Define happy. I was. Okay. So here we go. I guess I have some explaining to do, and this is a very short version of it because I'll make it about me. But after the COVID-19 and so I haven't talked about it over a month. I'm ready to puke. I don't want to hear the word COVID again as long as I live. Okay. But the way that Colorado and Denver handled it, I couldn't take it anymore. And I am now on a search, a mission to find a place in this country where people aren't losing their shit.
Oh my God, are you trying to kill somebody? You're not wearing a mask. What's wrong with you, asshole?
Really? I just can't take it, man. I can't. And then the governor of Colorado passed the order. You shall not do this, and you shall not work out at the gym and not wear your mask the entire time. Really? You have an interesting question for me, Dark Sage. Hang on a second. So I'm trying to tell you why I'm not sure yet. Permanently or temporarily moved to Colorado. So until they get their shit together and let me live my life, I am searching for a place that I can do that. I recently went to Florida. Pretty good. They're not as batshit crazy down there with it, although there is. I don't have a problem wearing the mask if I'm asked to. And for work, I had to wear it, and I got bitched at because it took it off for 2 seconds to sip some of my coffee, and the customer didn't see that, and I just decided to pick the road of not arguing with them. But it's like people have lost their shit. So when they start losing their shit, and then they project it onto me, I can only take so much. So I am not going to get broken, beat down, told what to do. I don't care what you do. I'm not trying to kill anybody. I don't want to kill anybody. And in fact, if I did kill somebody accidentally by this stupid fucking virus and accidentally passed it on to them, but I need to live my life. So right now, I'm sitting in the middle of a cornfield in the Midwest on a fucking farm, okay? For now, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't really need a hat anymore. I got a freaking haircut before I left. Okay, so that's it for me, all right? I don't expect any support, well, if you want to bitch at me, that's fine. Kind of makes a better show. But I'm just saying where I'm at right now, and I'm ready. There I am. So I'm sitting in the middle of a fucking farm in what feels like Iowa, and I'm perfectly content for now, although winter is coming and it's getting colder and shit. And I just came back from Florida and I really loved it. And I'm going to share that because I literally just got back yesterday. So anyway, let's say hello to, did you miss me? It's been a month. I know, I'm sorry. I missed you too. There's Bonnie in the chat room. Pamela, hello. Dark Sage has an interesting question. I live in Massachusetts. Well, that's a problem. Get the fuck out of there. Which is very liberal. No. On the national level. I'm running for my town council as an independent candidate on the independent ticket. Is that what you're saying? Who offers an alternative to the two-party system. Okay, cool. I want to cut waste in the budget, bring fiscal discipline back to my town, invest in infrastructure projects and community outreach programs, and show people I'm not a puppet or mindless drone of the system. Oh, you think for yourself, and you have half a brain, and you're not a sociopath. So good for you. You got all that going for you. My question is, how do I position myself to be the candidate people want? Well, you pretty much just tell them everything they want to hear, like all these other lying assholes. And then you get elected into office and you go, oh, it's a lot worse than I thought. And you don't do a goddamn thing. That's how you do it. My town is very liberal and progressive. So I have a hard road ahead of me to convince people to want to vote for me. Well, I'm not a political. I guess I can only say this if it was me, because I'm not a political advisor. I would never run for. All right, seriously, you're doing that, and that's awesome. I don't want to downplay this or say you're crazy or just stupid or you're wasting your time because you're not none of them. It's very respectable and stoic, and you're setting an example that we all should be doing, to be perfectly honest with you. I just prefer to do it this way, whether it's sarcastic, serious, just to make people think, which is really the number one reason I do this show. But you need to listen to me for a while before you kind of even start to figure where I'm coming from. Because I'm not just going to I look like I'm in the Bat Cave or something, don't I? What the fuck is up with this thing? To the angle and all that. And there's pretty wallpaper, flowered wallpaper. It's just gorgeous. Like that ceiling fan. Let me turn the fucking fan off. Hang on a minute. Yeah, it's a little better. Not too much. Lighting is such a big deal with when you have video. Hello, wake up. Video. Hopefully it's a little bit better. I just have the natural sunlight and it just looks like just it's perfect angles and the lighting's just perfect. Thank you. I love my producer. Okay. I was just wondering what not telling us. I got my van back so I can plug it in to regular AC. It's Bonnie. 2 outlets in the van. In the van or the van? 2 outlets in the van, which I think means van, and a switch to cut power to battery. Took the middle row seats out. Good. Get the hell out of Dodge like I did. Okay. Hey, Darren, what's up? Problem in my town is spending, this is Dark Sage. Is that like a sci-fi show? I just got done watching Cobra Kai. I got to talk about that too. There's been so much. Oh my God. So much. It's confusing me. I can't think. I got an anxiety attack. Where's my Xanax? Where's my whiskey at? I can't take this shit no more. Problem in my town is spending is out of control. No, really. We are so much in debt, and the town council members only care about themselves and their own power. No shit. Really. Are you sure you're not in Washington, D.C.? Our mayor is also corrupt. Oh, you know, I never knew any of this. I am just so shocked. Our mayor is also corrupt. I said that already. Twice don't hurt to say that. I am trying to show people you can be a responsible person. Reasonable. That would be nice too. Reasonable seem, especially when you can't read. I said that. I'm trying to show people you can be a reasonable person, being in fair ideas to politics and do what is best for all. Well, you know, the first thing you can do is pull up the Constitution. Pull out the Constitution. That's your platform. And stick to that fucking thing. Okay? That's the first thing I would do. Let's see, Bonnie saying what? When I can't stand it enough, I can take off and pretend to be a snowbird. Yeah, well, if you find a place, let me know. I thought about Phoenix. Florida, I don't know. I'll get into that because I just came back from there to check it out. I swear to God. I just got back on a jet plane from yesterday. And I'm going to share that story too. Most professional politicians are opportunists. No, for themselves. Come really? No way. We are afterthoughts as far as I am concerned. Well, if you're going to run for political, what are you running for? Did you say mayor? I don't even know. Are you running for mayor of your town? Because being on the board or trustee or the controller or comptroller or treasurer is not going to do shit. You're going to need some power. And I would say running for mayor would be a good start. As far as a political party, it would be either independent or libertarian for me. Probably libertarian, but they seem to get a bad rap, or they really suck at their marketing, to be honest with you. Horrible. I was like, really? You find out about the Libertarian Party because there's other parties, and the only way you discovered the Libertarian Party is by doing your own research. So, but like I said, I would pull out the Constitution. I wouldn't run on a platform of throwing everybody under the bus, because that just makes you a bully. I can't stand when people come out on the offensive attack and, well, this is what the current mayor is doing and this and that and everything else. Nobody cares about that. Everybody knows what they did. But if somebody attacks you based on whatever, I would definitely defend myself, but then I wouldn't defend myself by saying, well, yeah, my opponent is saying this, but did you know that he or she did that? That's just grade school, elementary name calling, bullying bullshit. I wouldn't do that. Yeah, libertarians need better marketing. It's horrible. It's absolutely god awful. But yeah, an independent would probably be better. I think Jesse Ventura ran under the independent ticket and he became governor of Minnesota and shocked the shit out of everybody. So I really Republican. So I mean, you got that going for you. But I would just go back to the Constitution. And what I also would do is use a platform of sound money, because people have no idea the reason why we're all screwed, in my opinion, whether it's federal or state. As far as I know, and I did work for these people as a service contractor, and everybody wants to save money. But when it comes to like a school district, I'll be specific without being specific, they needed some work done and they go, okay, well, we need a price. I'm like, okay. So we gave them a price and they actually said, well, can you make it more than that? And I'm like, why? And they go, because with our budget, the way our budget works is that if we don't spend, put it this way, next year's budget's based on what we spend this year. So what they were saying was, if I save the money, that would screw them, because they would get the amount that they spent this year for next year's budget. And that's what, so let's say their budget's $100,000 and they're using my company or the company I work for, and we save them money for the year and get their expenses down to $80,000. Well, for the next year's budget, they're going to get $80,000 instead of $100,000. And that's the only, because I'm usually used to the private sector, not doing government work. And I'm like, are you fucking serious? Really? It's like, yeah. I'm like, well, no wonder why we're all fucked and we all spend more money than we don't have. So everything's got to be done over. You got to talk about sound money. You got to explain it to them. See, the problem with states is that they can't print their own money. They usually got to sell bonds to fund whatever they're doing and or have a tax base, but the federal government can just print money all day long and they have money coming out of their ass. And then if you're a state, kind of like now with COVID and everything, and you're not getting along with the president or the federal government, chances of you getting money are slim to none. So you have to be self-sufficient as a state and not be reliable or dependent on the federal government. And I don't think as a person or a state or a business, you should be dependent on anybody other than yourself. So I would say self-sufficiency, the Constitution, sound money, accounting that makes sense, quit giving yourself fucking raises when everybody else is getting pay cuts, freeze taxes. See, the thing that's going to, I mean, it's a really good time and a really bad time to get into politics, because the budget shortfalls for states and towns and the government, federal government, are going to be short because of COVID-19, because the tax revenues from telling businesses to be shut down or 50% or whatever is going to be reflected in the revenue for the states and the federal government. So there's going to be shortfalls. So the only way that they can overcome a shortfall is a tax increase. So they're going to raise taxes. And what you're going to do when you raise taxes on people that are barely making it are going to leave. They're going to tell you to go fuck yourself. So you're going to have to attract businesses. I wouldn't lie under false pretenses or assumptions, because I'm sick of, well, I got elected and I said this, just like Biden saying this shit. Well, I'm not going to raise taxes to people making under $400,000. Yeah, bullshit. It's coming. He's lying. There's no way he can't. I think he's lying. But don't get in there and go, well, it was worse than I thought, and I just have no choice. I have to raise taxes. Well, you're an asshole. So I would say under no circumstances whatsoever do you raise any taxes whatsoever. And in fact, I would get rid of the state income tax. Florida doesn't have one. There's some other states. I think Arizona is another one. You have to, and I would put a very low Canada does that with their and everything, and they break it down. But if you buy a cup of coffee, it costs you $4. I'm not saying do that, but I'm saying get rid of your state income tax and go buy a sales tax, because if things are good and the economy's good and people are feeling good about their job and they have confidence, they're going to spend money. So the more money they spend, the more tax revenue you're going to bring in, because you're taxing transactions, purchasing things. And I wouldn't go nuts with a car. Well, it's more on it will be more on a car, because let's say it's a 3% sales tax. Of course, 3% on 30 grand is going to be a lot more than a cup of coffee. But it'll progressively go up because people will get more confident and the economy is great and you're attracting businesses. I would give them a tax break somehow, some way. I mean, people have no idea how much taxes a business pays. And quite honestly, I am fed up with people that have no idea what they're talking about. Do your homework on business and monetary systems and how it originated in this country by reading The Creature from Jekyll Island, The Gold Standard, businesses, taxes, that whole thing, how it all works. I'd even do my homework on Bitcoin, how the government gets their money, and all that kind of shit. And I would look at it, reverse engineer it, and make it a positive thing for everybody. But I am getting sick of hearing, oh, Amazon doesn't pay any taxes. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Trust me, they pay plenty of taxes. What they're not telling you is that being a corporation, any corporation, S Corp, C Corp, what's the other one? LLC. There's a bunch of different ones, but for the most part, that's it. Your job as a CFO, CEO, business owner is to pay as little or less taxes at the end of the year than you can. And what your job is to do legally is to get your profit of the company down to the lowest point, because corporate tax rate, I think, is 8% federally, not 8%, 20% federal. But if you're an S Corp, it's channeled through your 1040, which is your individual, and the officers of the company get taxed on the profit of the company. And then whatever the officers' adjusted gross income, it's a fucking it shouldn't be this difficult. Adjusted gross income is that is what you pay. So let's say you're an S corp and your company, you can't get your profit down any lower than legally than it is. So it's $20,000. My tax rate when it was all said and done was about 20%. So I'm going to pay for what, $4,000 that I got to pay out of my pocket. But even if you were a C corp, which isn't channeled through the individual return from the officers or owners of the company, you would, I think it's still 20%. But when you're a C corp, for some reason, you get double taxed. I'm not a CPA. You got to look into that shit. But trust me, Amazon pays taxes. They may get their profit down to almost nothing, so they don't pay a corporate tax at the end of the year, but they're doing their job. So that's got to come out. They pay Social Security taxes, payroll taxes. They pay taxes. They pay taxes when they buy vehicles for delivering all this stuff. They pay taxes, but their job and the only thing that they can for stockholders and profitability, well, if you're a publicly traded company, but when you're a private company, you want to get your profit down. And you want to get your profit down. See, when you get your profit down, a company spends money to bring down their profit. And usually what they do to do that, now they can pass out bonuses and all that, which really, that's why it pisses people off that, well, did you hear the CEO of Acme Roadrunner Company got a bonus? Well, yeah, because that knocked down their profit. So it was probably also in their contract. But what you don't know, and that shit pisses me off too. But what you don't know is that to get a profit down in a company to pay lower taxes is they buy stuff like computers. They'll buy office furniture. They'll buy automobiles. They'll buy shit to lower their profit. Well, when they buy stuff, they're pumping money into the economy. Then they are creating jobs. Yeah, charity. I mean, I think there's a ceiling on charity, Bonnie, but yeah, you're getting it. I mean, you try to get down to zero taxes, which is damn near impossible legally, which you should do it legally. Accountant, CPA, CFO, all the above, whatever. But yeah, when you spend money to get your profit down, you're creating jobs and pumping them back into the economy. Now, if you're taking it and shoving it in the Cayman Islands or whatever, then you're just an asshole. And you shouldn't be doing that. But you should be trying to get your profit down. So I would get that out there too. But people need somebody they can trust. In whatever you say, I mean, I'd have a written contract out. If I get elected, this is what I'm going to do, and get it signed and get it notarized and out to the public of the people, put the fucking thing on the internet and say, I will not sway from any of these objectives or promises to you. Because I think the Republicans did that back in the late 80s or something, like a contract with America. And it actually, out of all the marketing and bullshit that politicians have done, now that was a party affiliation thing. That wasn't an individual. But if you're a member of the Republican Party, then it applied to you. So you had to do it anyway. See, that's what I'm saying. And the if you can, there we go, back. You got to get the trust and the confidence of the people again. You got to quit shoving jobs out of the country and the state, your town. Rockford, Illinois, look it up. It's the biggest shithole on the planet right now because of globalization, and so many big corporations did it. And then when the government lets that happen, because I blame COVID-19 on the government and greedy corporations, because we gave them all this money from their economy going through the roof, because we sent all our jobs and our money over there, and they're a communist country. Hello. Would we have done that with Hitler? Fuck no. But we did. So once you go past the point of no return with that and down that rabbit hole, which is another one, there's no coming back. And Trump's trying to reverse all that, President Trump. Because the corporations that are still here with the EPA regulations and all the taxes and high wages, they can't compete. So they have no choice but to shut down and do what their competitors are doing, because all people know is the price that they pay. So you can't let that happen. You can't let jobs leave the state. You have to actually build them up. We have to make what we produce, period. That's why we got fucked with COVID-19 again, with the lack of masks and respirators. And China had all the shit, and they're like, "Fuck you, we need it. We're not giving it to you." Well, gee, thanks. I mean, you literally fuck yourself. So the Constitution, business, a contract, don't go into name calling with the candidates are running against you, and keep your promises and your word to the people, and try to eliminate or zero taxes. And the taxes you do, one of my biggest bitches is property taxes. That's the dumbest fucking thing I ever heard. And then not kids, but if your kids go to school, your property taxes are part of the education system, which is all fucked up, because the better affluent, higher value, higher property taxes you bring in goes into the schools. And also most of the money gets pissed down a hole anyway in the school district, but the schools are better. So the more money that's in that area for that school district, the kids get a better quote unquote education. If you live in a shithole and property taxes are next to nothing, well, then you're going to get a shithole school and the kids are going to get a shitty education. All that shit's got to change. I don't know how. I don't want to get into it right now. But that's due to the way they do property taxes. And then when your kids are out of school, the people that still live there, they graduated high school, the people that still live there still have to pay property taxes for kids going to school. And then you'll hear, well, it takes a village and you should pay for the kids' education. It's like, fuck you, man. I paid for my kids. I'm out of here. And I did that. I left. So I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. I don't know. But if you're running for politician, I would look into all those. There's no perfect format or platform. But me, with having enough of this shit, and no matter what, always back your president. I don't care if they're a different party or you don't agree with them. You have to respect the position of power in the president of the United States. I don't care who they are. So you have to show respect. But you can always voice your opinion. But the name calling and the racist, all that, well, he's racist. Like, whatever. Misogynistic, racist asshole. So, yeah, Bonnie says profit and loss statement need a balance as close to zero as possible. Yes, they do. And most people don't even know what a P&L is for a business, let alone personally. Assets minus liabilities, net worth. P&L, well, that's more of a balance sheet. But a P&L is your expenses, your income and expenses, and it breaks everything down. So, yeah, you should have a profit and loss, but a balance sheet you should have too, which are very similar, but P&Ls are a little bit more detailed because you got your profit and you got your loss, and it shows it broken down, which is pretty much income and expenses. So talk about the good changes you would like to make and how you're going to do it, and don't respond to negative competition. Yeah. When you mess with mess, you get messed on. Yeah. Yeah. So that's what I would do. Somebody's got bad reception. I don't know what's going on. I have no control over the internet. So anyway, that's enough of that. I think I'm gonna go. I don't think anybody called. I'll come back. I just wanted to. I don't know what Mel did to get my picture to work, but thank her for that. She snuck in and snuck out, and that's cool. All right, guys. So I'm gonna go. I got some shit to do. I got more to share, and try to get into some type of schedule. But as usual, come on here. Don't have much. I don't have anything planned. And somebody asked a question about running for a candidate in their state or town because they want to make a difference. And we all should be doing that. Yeah, I'm going to live the dream. Have a good adventures, Tim. Live the dream. I am. And so should all of you guys. So, but I'm trying to make a difference to make you think through this medium. Quite honestly, being a politician, I don't play games I couldn't get bought. And it just seems to me that that's the world right now in the political arena. And if you don't do it, you're going to go down. So, but I could be wrong, but it needs a change. But those are the things I would do. So anyway, I'm going to go. Thanks for listening. Thanks for dealing with my fuck ups. And hopefully when I come back on, I will figure all this stuff up. And I will be back maybe even early tomorrow morning. I don't know yet. I'll let you know. And thanks for jumping in and listening in. It's been 41 minutes. That's not bad. But I'm going to go. All right. So thanks to everybody in the chat room. Please share the show, even though I never do it. Thanks to Bonnie, of course, Dark Sage. If there's internet problems, I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do about it. And Darren and other people that were in here. Okay. But yeah, chase your dreams, live your dreams, fuck everybody. Don't compromise your rights and always try to do the right thing, but always try to obtain peace and happiness. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks for listening. I got to go. You have been listening to the original Red Pill Show.